guys, it's time to introduce our final guest of the evening. Our final guest appears in the web series Sad Marriage, has contributed to The Moth and Cosmo.com, and has her own podcast, The Sharon Spell Show. Please welcome Sharon Spell!
Hi, happy birthday. And also, I got news right as I walked into this building that my niece had a baby today. So that means that I'm a great aunt. I know, thank you. I'm a great aunt. I'm a GALF. I'm a GALF. But I just want to point out, there's a baby under the table. No, leave it. With a spatula and a bottle of bubbly or something. This is what my Facebook newsfeed looks like right now. Just coming through there, like a lot of celebration, and I don't know what to do with this yet. So here, just put that there. I'll take center stage. Is that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Time of the month. I'm just hi everyone. Gail. We were talking about boundaries earlier. Boundaries are nice, but you can't like have too rigid boundaries. You have to kind of be open to experiences, especially when you're dating. You know, and first dates they're tricky. They're fun. They are what they are. I don't know. I met this guy in real life. Imagine. Okay? It was after a show. We were at an after party. We were sitting at the same table. Mutual friends in common. Just met that night. Hit it off. He asked for my phone number, and I gave it to him, my real number, and he used it and set up a date, and we went on a date. Y'all ready for this? It was a great day in history, and it was literally a day in history. It was a daytime date because I bartended that night, and it was a Sunday afternoon, and we spent 4 hours together. And that sounds like it could go either way, but it went great. It went really great until dun dun dun. But like the whole, like we found lots of things in common, and we wandered around the city together. We stopped and looked at the Hudson River, which, you know, free entertainment. You know, just like I'm simple. You know, I watched the Hudson for a little bit, and we're both divorced, and we talked about our ex-spouses a little bit. And he stopped himself and said, actually, maybe I shouldn't talk about my ex-wife. You're not supposed to do that on a first date. And I think after a certain point, you kind of have to say something about your baggage, you know? Because like, I like to look at it, and I just said this to him, like I look at it like I've spent a lot of time and effort packing my baggage. You know, I bought a Louis Vuitton steamer trunk because I'm classy, you know? And so like, I don't have like my baggage strewn all over the floor, because you want to know like, what am I going to trip over? You know, what's the obstacle here? But I've taken all my obstacles, folded neatly, put them in the steamer trunk, not locked, just shut latches, put it in the closet, go on a date. That's what you do, you know? But all we did really was like, I just opened the closet like, that's my steamer trunk right there. And it's a lot of like mixed signals, and husband saying he loves me, making me sleep on the couch in my own house. You get it? I mean, we'll talk about that later. No big deal. And so it seemed to go great, and the body language was nice, and finding reasons to touch each other's arms in appropriate ways, you know, like, right? And so we got to the point where we were saying, so long, farewell, and I think there's going to be a kiss, and I'm right, a little bit. He said, like, I had a great time, and I said, I did too, and he said, so I'll see you later. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like second date material, but wait for it. What's going to happen? Is it going to be a cheek, where it's like, definitely see you later, sayonara, or a mal, which is like, I will see you later. And he comes in, half and half, corner of my mouth kiss, the place where I drool at night, the unsexy, crusty place on my mouth, and kisses right there, and I don't like that. That's popping the lid on my Louis Vuitton a little bit. I don't like that, because it's like, are you in or out? You're gonna have sex with half my vagina? What's happening here? Overthinking it, big time. And I just like, you know, Sharon, get out of your head. Sharon Spell, come on, you're in the game. Come on, stay in the game. What do you want to do? You're in the moment now. Say what you want to say. Okay, I will, calm down. Jeez. the question I wanted to ask the whole date that I didn't tell you yet. What's that? And I point to the place on his lip he had been daubing at the whole date. He'd been daubing at it like a Victorian gentleman with a handkerchief, daubing at it, and I didn't say anything because that's what Jesus would do. And actually, no, that's what Jesus would do. But I didn't say anything, and I was like, so what is that? And I point to the thing on his lip, and I'm going to call it a herpes. Because it wasn't like herpes, it was just like one mark that he'd been daubing at, and he said, it's a cut from martial arts because I'm a martial artist and I practice martial arts. And then I felt like an idiot for asking. And also I hadn't pointed at it because I didn't want to be like, j'accuse herpes. So I pointed at like Bill Clinton saying, I did not have sexual relations with. And I looked at it in the mirror later because I overanalyze everything. Go to the transcript. It looks like a fist. So I'm like punching him, air punching him, the martial artist in the face. But what is that? It's not herpes, it's cut from martial arts, dummy. Oh, okay. And then I hear myself losing my mind, blabbering, and I'm like, what do you want, Sharon? Just say words with your mouth, what do you want? Use your whole mouth, not just a corner. And I said, I made that awkward, I'm sorry. Can we have a do-over? Right? Haven't you always wanted to ask for a do-over? Right? And be present in the moment and be like, that was weird, let's not make it weird and have a real kiss. Let's have a do-over. And he responds with, whatever you want. Yeah, that was not, yeah, whatever you want. He became that emoticon. Whatever you want. Like chicken or fish. Yeah, have your vagina. I'll put it, but no one wins. Have where you drool at night. No one cares. It might be down there too, I don't know. And so like, whatever you want. And then I realized the onus is on me to then go in. And I do, and he comes in, he meets me a little bit, and it's an instant replay. No. The same exact do-over. Instant replay. And I feel him patiently waiting for the kiss to be over. And my Louis Vuitton trunk is way open, and everything in there is vulnerable, and I back away and say, I'm just gonna go. And I turn, and I can't go because the light just turned red. And he knows where I work, because we spent 4 hours together, and I told him where I work, like an idiot. And so the light is red, and he's standing right there, and there's I'll show you the intersection at some point. I went back to time it, because I go by there all the time to work. It's 57 seconds, and if you look at that's a long time, and like watch Sharon's angle time. So I'm like trying to be Charlie Chaplin, and I'm doing my object work that I spent thousands of dollars to study. I'm definitely waiting for the traffic light to change, and I turn around hoping he's laughing. He's staring. He's just staring. He's not daubing. He's just staring. And I say, like, I'm just waiting for the light to change, and it's not changing. I just want. And he was like, yeah, don't run into traffic. I'm like, yeah, that would be preferable to what's happening now. And the light finally did change, and I left, and he waved, and I waved, and I went home, and I burned that trunk because that just does no one any good. Thank you.